That's the way I felt. I don't care. Oh, you caught us. Just hanging out, having a party here. Welcome to the club. From the Napa Auto Parts Studios, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Hello, Tom.
Chick.
Hello, Kristi.
Hi, Chick.
Hello, Josh.
Hey, Chick.
Hey. Hello, Ace.
Chick.
We're going to have a full report coming up in sports from Ace Cosby, and he is our man on the Alliance in American football. He's chosen a team, and he'll have his reasons and an overview of who's going to win the championship, all coming up here in
buy a cap, buy a jersey.
Can't afford it.
They had some pretty good ratings.
It seems like a lot of people liked him from social media.
They're all wrong, is what they are.
Really?
And
I like that Tiki Barber mispronounced the name of the team.
Well, which team was that? The
San Antonio.
Okay, what's the name of that one?
San Antonio Commanders?
Commanders, yeah.
What
You
are they
mispronounced Commander?
Is it Commandos?
Oh, okay, that's
yes.
Oh, the Commandos.
Speaking of which,
Are you going
even though it's
commando
written in
today?
Indian. I am, yes.
Do you have
First time in years I've had to do this.
Underwear issue?
I just forgot to wash them this weekend.
Hang on a second. Hang on.
Wait a minute. What?
Do a wash, will you?
Oh, dude, I did laundry.
He was busy.
I did laundry this weekend.
How do you forget your underwear? That's A1 priority.
Underwear and socks are their own separate load.
Right.
And I just didn't know that I was out of boxers until I opened my drawer today and went, empty.
Oh.
So you're commando? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, we're a dirty pair. I mean,
I don't think so. I thought about it for a while. Yeah.
You could turn one inside out.
But I had shows this weekend, so I sweat in them.
Oh, yeah.
So now you're just
the only thing, but the only between us and you is a thin layer of denim.
Yeah.
Tom used to be commando all the time.
And there was an incident. We're back wearing underwear now.
The photo.
Oh, dude, I'd love to be wearing underwear. I'm not proud of this, but I
couldn't do it. All the rubbing and I couldn't do it.
Me either.
Boxer briefs are the greatest invention of the whatever section.
Too confining.
I have a girlfriend that never wears underwear. I don't know how she does it.
I need it
could you
all
write her
up.
name down? Let's give it to Josh for some kind of
I need it all up against there. So I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's too much information. So it's the Commanders, not the Commandos. Okay.
So you count that as a mispronunciation?
He's correct. He got the
if you look at the
word
end zone, the name's right there.
Well,
They're new.
I can understand. Commando,
So
whatever.
why didn't you like it?
It just seemed boring to me and slow. And Trent Richardson celebrated the touchdown like he had won the Super Bowl. And
It reminded me of watching bowl games.
a little bit, yeah, a little bit.
You don't know who most of them are, but, you know.
It was like 20. I don't know what they're saying attendance was, but it can't be.
I believe the TV ratings were more than 2 million. Didn't I see that?
I haven't seen that. That's pretty good these
That
days.
is pretty good.
So we'll see.
No, I mean in-person attendance.
Yeah, I don't know.
Orlando looked pretty empty, but it was storming. It was raining. Man, he was
He really
analyzing.
was.
See, there you go.
He
Why there
texted me
wasn't-
at 9 o'clock. He goes, "You need to turn your TV on." I was,
He
no.
texted me too.
Frank Caliendo and I were going back and forth for
He
2 hours.
texted.
You too?
He texted me. I chose to
Trying to help the ratings. Come on.
ignore and delete. Is what I did. Like
Ignore, delete, mute.
That's right. It's like it never happened. That's the best part about
Were
the
there
iPhone.
just the 2 games?
No, there were two games Saturday.
2 games yesterday.
Two games
Saturday.
2 games Saturday. 4 games. Yeah.
Okay.
Tom, I've been ill, so I did not leave my house all weekend.
Oh, here
I
we go.
finally watched Paddington 2, so you would get off my ass.
It's a great movie.
I still haven't seen it, but I understand it is Best Picture, and I don't.
It was not nominated,
I
wasn't
don't
it?
know
Yeah,
if it was
I know.
Best Picture, but I see why you think Hugh Grant should have been nominated.
Oh, for Best Supporting Actor,
Yes,
he's great.
yes.
Plays against type. Very, very funny.
Yeah. It was okay.
Are you trying to get us all killed?
What are you
It wasn't
saying?
the
It was
best
okay.
movie that I ever. I was still playing Wordscape while I was watching it.
Oh, well,
so
that's not fair to the movie.
Oh.
I have it on my DVR.
Check it out. It's great. Great
It was
movie,
very
great story. As Chick pointed out, it's not done with CGI. They actually
right.
found a talking bear that
And
can
a family that has a child that,
I
that
did
can
tear
talk.
up at the end. I mean, it got to me, but
Didn't you love the pink laundry gag?
oh yeah, that was
That's
cute.
pretty funny. Come on.
Yeah.
We can bring it right
That's
back
in
to
the
laundry.
trailer. It's in the trailer.
It doesn't take anything away from the actual work of art.
I saw Vice over the weekend. It's been nominated for Best Picture.
And
And
I got kind of irritated. You know me. Evidently, yes, Adam Adam McKay, we know if you're the director, you can do anything you want in the movie.
Yeah, that hard
You can
scene.
even-
I was like, what the hell?
You
I
can
don't
even
need this.
you can even stop the movie in the middle and end it a different way and then start it again. Yes, Adam, we know you're the director.
Cute.
On your
Real
advice, I watched the movie Lobster.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Chick, you wait a minute. All right. Okay.
I love
Chick and I
Lobster.
both love the lobster, but I cannot believe you recommended it to Tom.
No, that. Yeah,
Look at it.
there's no way you like that movie.
The music was so awful that I watched
Music.
5/6 of it and just said no, I can't watch the night. This is just so.
That came
awful.
up on mine too, and I didn't.
The music, it's about hating life. It's the least
I don't know if it's
humorous
about hating
satire.
life. Maybe it's about reaffirming.
Don't watch it if you're on the edge because you will jump.
I was a mess at the end of that thing.
Oh, I
inconsolable.
love that movie.
Hate
What's
it.
it about? A lobster?
I don't want to tell you.
It's an artsy fartsy thing with
It is artsy fartsy.
with lots of like cello music that just makes you want to kill someone and go smash a cello. It's real sad. It's the most joyless film I think I've ever seen.
It is dour.
It's awful. Did that win some?
Somewhat of a
did that
downer.
win some pretentious award?
You know
for-
what? I think it did win something. Actually,
Maybe it
I think it might have
The lofty palms at the
the pretentious festival.
And here's a stunner. He doesn't find love till he meets the co-star of the movie. That's really shocked me. Oh, there's Rachel Weisz. Betty likes her. Okay.
Well, that's the way all movies work.
I know, that's
They
why I
don't-
was
No,
so surprised.
Tom likes his story. He likes his movies to be have a little more subtlety to them. Like, when you have a load of whites and somebody puts something red in it.
Yeah.
It's just such
Now
a
we
great
have pink
joke.
laundry.
Oh, how
Yeah.
did that happen?
Well, there's a lot more to it. It was a joyful film. You'll laugh.
I watched.
I guarantee
Don't watch
I'll,
it.
I'll love
Christy,
Paddington.
You will love it.
If you can get through Lobster without walking
Well,
to your
just
bathroom
the-
looking for a straight razor to just end it all, you of all people don't watch it.
Well, I'm reading the description
What
of
the
it.
hell?
It doesn't sound like something I would. If you don't find a mate within 45 days, you have to become an animal.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's bizarre, but it's
Well, thanks a lot. Spoiler alert.
no. That's the
They
premise.
make that clear in the
premise
first
of
2
the
minutes.
I just don't.
Said Mr. Spoiler Alert himself.
There's no sunshine. It's all gray and wet. It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
It is great, but I liked it.
There's not a ray of sunshine ever.
Okay, here's a movie you're all going to. Well, except Kristi. You can't watch this.
What?
It's called Polar. It's with Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see that.
No, you're thinking of Arctic, which is coming in theaters. This is Polar.
I would like to see Polar also
But
about
bear.
that. Yeah.
Polar bear like Paddington, but a talking bear. Or
A talking
No,
polar bear?
it's it's about a talking polar bear
That I'm in.
and they take a black handkerchief and put it in the laundry, and everything turns gray. It's amazing. No, it's this hitman coalition.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really.
We have to move forward.
It's
Here
on
we have
Netflix. It's on
Kristi Lee
Netflix only.
is here at the Navy
I was-
Federal
Netflix
Credit
wouldn't
Union
work.
news desk. Let me try to get the plugs in. Would you
was-
please shut up? Kristi Lee is at the Navy Federal Credit
jeez.
Union news desk. Finally got it in there. We have Chick McGee across the way here in the Napa Auto Parts Studios. Do we have any sports? Are you going to cover the? I keep forgetting that. Is it the AAF? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, there is nothing on the Associated Press, which correct me if I'm wrong. They've been in business for quite a while.
Oh sure, yeah.
The first 3 pages of the update, nothing about the Alliance of American Football.
Are you serious?
The game from yesterday. No, nothing. Not a word, not a sentence, not a score,
How long is the season?
not a scorecard.
10 weeks.
Nothing.
Really?
Zero. Zilch.
I was surprised ESPN did highlights and stuff. So
Well,
They
Aren't
did do highlights
aren't
because
they
I sat around
business-
watching.
Are they business partners with the league?
I don't think so. Okay.
We'll see. It'll be certainly the idea is that it'll be a developmental league for the NFL. We'll
Yeah,
find
we
out
got
more
to hear
about it.
again about how Kurt Warner used to be a crazy boy. Iowa Barnstormers, arena football. Anybody can make it. NFL.
Great story. Kurt Warner, great guy.
It is. Yeah. Did they show his wife Gozer the Gozerian?
The wire-haired goblin? No, they didn't show her. Thankfully,
Coming
That
up,
was the
we
only
have
redeeming-
a Harvard professor saying there's an alien spaceship out there. I guess
Oh.
it's just for you, Josh.
Hey, Harvard. We got to listen to him, right?
Well, you
That's
know,
one of the big ones, right?
yeah,
Harvard.
I'm guessing he has tenure, so he can pretty much say anything but sane. If you work in one of those open offices, we have 2 stories for you
yeah.
that
Bizarre.
may help you. And both Kristi and I are still wrestling with this thing. As you can see, I sound a little odd today.
Yeah.
Sorry. And we have a toilet paper fort.
Well, that's not going to be very Sturdy?
Yeah.
Why would they pick toilet paper to make a
doesn't
fort out of?
Yeah, one flaming arrow. That thing is
At least cardboard.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Maybe a mutiny afoot. Coming to us from the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk, it's Kristi Lee.
Yes, sir.
She's losing patience. Across the way, it's our sports director, Chick McGee. Over there, it's our engineer, the legendary Ace Cosby.
Hello.
Josh Arnold getting ready for some road work. Josh will be in Jonesboro, Arkansas, coming up this Saturday with Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols. 2 shows at the Vault in Jonesboro. Tickets are either going fast or gone, so check that out. Now, we have the hairless wonder over there. He is Dave Dyer.
Yep.
Now, Dave is, in fact, a fireman and a firefighter, and we were talking off the air about... I like to ask people who actually do things that you see on TV all the time if they're really accurate. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about which of the various firefighting shows are the most accurate. What's the one thing you notice all the time?
The one thing I always notice is that if you see like a firefighter on a commercial or anything like that, and they've got a beard, probably an actor portraying a firefighter. Because you can't have a beard. The most you can have is a mustache because it's called an SCBA, self-contained breathing apparatus. Our air packs, it has to form a tight seal to your face. So you can't have big facial hair. That's why I see a lot of firefighters with mustaches. But a beard, in most cases, is out.
Gotcha.
There you go. With this little bit of information from young Dave Dyer. Dave's going to be on stage with the great Greg Hahn coming up at the Tower Theater in Fresno, California.
Didn't you mention
this
off the
Saturday?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Didn't you mention off the air you and Greg had a text conversation that got a little weird?
Yes, we did. Well, it didn't get weird. It's just typical of Hahn. It's just, well, I guess it would be kind of weird.
Well, can you recreate it for me?
I can recreate it for us. And Hahn is not here to help promote the show, so I thought I would kind of bring him into the room by this text conversation that I had with him about the show.
Can you do an impression of Hahn?
I can do a pretty good impression of Hahn.
So have Josh do you then.
Josh, you do me. I will do
right.
Hahn, okay? This is the text conversation regarding the show in Fresno this Saturday.
Hey, do you have a minute for a phone call?
Dyer, stop texting me. I told you I only text with chicks.
I know, but I need to ask you something about the Fresno gig.
Can't talk. Busy. Put on a wig and we can text.
Have you talked to Kevin to get details about the gig?
No, Dave, I haven't, but I'm not worried. It's on.
I know it's on, but I wondered how you planned on getting there.
I will use the modern-day automobile.
All right, how about I fly into Burbank and rent a car and we can ride up there together?
No can do, hotshot. I'm driving back that night. Maybe with a girl. Chilled.
All right, no problem. I just thought it would be fun.
For who?
So I guess I'll just see you at the theater that Saturday.
Have you ever stayed at a hotel that had a large chicken statue in the lobby?
No.
That's what I thought.
It was on your website. It moves really slow. Or I was on your website. It moves really slow.
Getting revamped next week. Revamp is a grand. New website, 3,600. Revamp wins.
So will it be lightning quick?
Doubt it. You know who is lightning quick? Me.
How are ticket sales for Fresno?
And then he never responded after that.
Too real a question?
Yes.
That's a pretty good Greg Hahn.
Yeah.
Put on a wig and we'll talk.
That's coming up.
Every time I text him, his first response is, Dyer, stop texting me. I only text with chicks. That's the first thing he says every time.
Hilarious. The Tower Theater, Fresno, California, coming up this
Should I say this
Saturday.
on the air? He sent me a text. This has been months ago.
Hahn?
It was a picture of a baby. He goes, does it look like me?
Hilarious.
Just want some feedback.
I go, I don't know.
That's
I don't
funny.
really want to get involved.
God, that's hilarious.
Kristi, do you think this guy looks like me?
Now, you've got a couple more stories over there, and I've got to dig this one up for you. Have you seen the Bob Ross story?
I have seen the Bob
It's
Ross
kind of sweet.
story.
Bob Ross, of course, the painter, the late, great Bob Ross.
And looks like my second husband, yes.
That show's so calming.
Yeah, very, yeah.
Yes. High school kids love Bob Ross.
Who doesn't love Bob Ross?
Well, I mean, it was just amazing that my kids would come home from school and the first thing they'd do is want to turn on Bob Ross. It was like the way to...
I've managed.
Don't you immediately go, all right, where do you keep your marijuana?
But
if
they
your kids
don't
are
do that.
way into Bob Ross.
They don't. Students at Madison Middle School in Abilene, Texas, donned curly wigs, blue button-down shirts and glasses in a tribute to Bob Ross, the late painter.
Why'd they do
The
that?
art students also painted little trees onto canvases, while an episode of Ross's TV show, The Joy of Painting, was projected onto a large screen. They were I'm telling you, it's big in middle and high
Boy,
school.
slow news day.
Yeah, I know.
Bob Ross.
Don't judge
Hey,
me.
You don't think that's interesting?
Barely.
Well, what have you got?
Let's see if I have a more interesting story.
Go ahead. You don't think a tribute to the late great Bob Ross?
He's going to Lambert's this weekend. That's more interesting.
Yeah, home of the throwed rolls. I watched Tremors on Saturday. About giant worms in the desert. Tom,
Yeah.
you seen that one?
Kevin
You,
Bacon?
you tied to a chair, were you?
Oh no, willingly,
Fred
willingly
Ward?
saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fred Ward?
Classic.
It's you know what, the bad thing. I feel kind of sad for Bob Ross because he
Why?
became
He's
super.
dead?
But he became really popular after he died.
That's true. He did.
It's like Tupac.
Let's see you paint a tree now.
Just
So are
like
there
that.
still new paintings that Bob Ross made showing up? Like Tupac albums? Huh? Anybody? I guess I'll just go screw myself.
Look at that self-esteem.
Oh my God.
I have
You brought yourself up and
Oh
shot
my
yourself down.
I have a technical question.
Yes.
No, I did read that Bob Ross did not particularly care for the whatever you want to call it,
Painting?
the perm that he had.
Oh,
But that kind of stuck when he became well known.
the honky fro?
Sometimes called the Isro is one of them.
Yes.
Are his paintings worth a lot of money?
The Bob Ross painting?
You know what?
There now.
Let's see if we can find one online, huh?
I'll do that for you.
Well, how did his hair get that way? Didn't he choose that hairstyle? And then,
Yes, but he didn't, after it went out of fashion.
He wanted to get rid of it, but apparently it was sort of his.
PR people. You can't.
It was his thing. That's who he was.
Oh, well.
So
Like Gene Shaw.
he apparently hated it, but I don't know.
Poor guy.
What would you pay for a Bob Ross?
I don't know. I'm asking. I would assume that they probably have some value,
$1,000.
This cannot be a Bob Ross.
especially if it was one that was
No.
painted on one of the shows. I mean,
Yeah.
Did he save all those or?
What he would do with those? Can you buy a Bob Ross? Somebody.
I'm trying to find out.
Is it true that Bob Ross was a drill sergeant?
Yes.
So that is true. And he yelled so much he decided.
Okay. It looks like wow. Yikes! $9,000 for a Bob Ross here.
Well, that's I'm looking and
Signed?
Well, every artist kind of signs their little name on the corner or whatever, right?
Okay. Yeah. But there we go. Who knew? Who knew? Now we have a lot to get to here. Coming up, did you see this thing about getting married at Costco?
No.
I did see that.
Kind of sweet. We'll tell you about that in
Don't you
just
have
a
to get-
second.
if you
More
get married-
people blocking the aisles.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you get married at Costco, don't you have to marry 10 people? Isn't that the way it works?
Yes, in bulk.
Oh, of course. That makes sense.
Good joke.
Thanks. Sorry. I'll just go straight to hell.
It's not as exciting as your news story.
What is going on?
I'm the only one that showed up to do a show today.
Is that right?
It's become very clear to me.
Really?
I mean, I am carrying the three of you.
I brought a bid in, for God's sakes.
He did. He
Holy-
printed a bit out.
Yeah, you're right. Dave and I are the only ones actually working.
Now,
Why don't you go?
Dave, you've been married for how long?
26 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
No wonder you're liking staying at the firehouse.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good, though.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, we've been married 26 years. One thing that's happened lately, we got the Amazon Echo in the house.
Right.
And my wife treats it like an 80-year-old dementia patient. Gets way too close, yells at it, Alexa, what's the weather today? Alexa's flinching up there. And there's a red ring around the top of it that means she's flinching back. And here's the thing about the Amazon Echoes. If people are concerned about the privacy thing, they're listening in your conversations. But I would think if you're concerned about that thing listening, you're assuming your conversations are worth listening to. They're not. Because I think about some of the stuff my wife and I talk about, and I'm amazed that thing hasn't launched itself off the entertainment center at this point.
Yeah. Well, just in case you don't think that someone's out there looking at everything or listening to everything you do.
Yeah.
The other day, I had to email a friend of mine about something, and this guy happens to be from Bermuda, and I just mentioned something about Bermuda in my email to him. An hour later, I got a email from the Bermuda Bureau of Tourism.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's everywhere. Yeah.
hello, who's reading my email?
Yeah.
They make the
Apparently,
best shorts in the world, right?
they're known for their shorts.
Anytime you look up a product on the internet and then you go to another website, a new news website, in the columns on the right, that product.
But this was in an email.
Yeah.
That was
Yep.
That is
very,
wild.
very weird.